All right. It's Monday morning quarterback at night. And those of you that were waiting, those of you wondering why we weren't on at 11 a.m., I apologize. Things happen, but we are on nonetheless. And look what we got. We actually got a special guest tonight. We are blessed
Oh, I feel special.
with the
We
presence
dug
of
up
James
the
Mooney.
grave and got James to come out of the
James
come out of the
Mooney's
room.
here.
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
And of course, just your average Joe, your host, and my co-host, as always, Mike DiStefano. How you doing tonight, Mike?
This is all my fault, guys. I'm sorry. Can't help this shit.
Dude, every time this happens, you always apologize. There's no reason to apologize.
Yeah. I have to apologize because hashtag MMQB is now hashtag MNQB.
I never changed it. No, we were still Monday morning quarterback. Don't worry about it.
I know, but when I posted on my Facebook, I put MMQB is now MNQB for Monday night quarterback.
Okay. And I guarantee you, the three of us that liked that post didn't even read that.
I actually think only one person liked it, and it was my stepson Josh. He didn't even watch the show.
I thought I liked it after him.
You didn't? No, you like the baby picture with Sophia.
Oh yeah, I love the baby picture. Okay.
Anyway, I love the baby pictures.
So let's get into it. As what we talked about last week happened. Giants' first place dreams, short-lived. Didn't last long.
Joe, can we just sum it up in one thing?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, show's over.
Show's over.
But yeah, so look,
Big blue.
I think after the Seahawks win, with a win against the Seahawks last week, a lot of us looked ahead to the Browns.
Here we go.
The Browns game. Dude, I don't even have it on.
You don't have it? Oh shit! I gotta go. Wait, hold on. I gotta back it up.
Yeah, not only back it. What is going on? Why are we watching Wedding Crashers?
Because if you give me a second.
Yeah. I don't have the rights to this movie. Was that Reddick?
That's a sack lunch.
Okay. Awesome.
Get it off.
So look, after this, I feel like after the win against the Seahawks, we looked way too far ahead in the schedule. What? What?
No, nothing. Okay, go ahead.
We looked way too hard. We looked way too long in the schedule, and way too deep into the schedule. I mean, and we skipped the Cardinals, and we went right to the Browns. We're like, the Browns or whatever. But and I even said, well, we still got to play the Cardinals.
But the Cardinals lost 3 in a row since the fucking Hail Murray, and then they lost 3 games in a row. That's why I said last week this should be another win in the college.
Nobody expected it. It's unpredictable, man.
No, it's unpredictable, but also the Cardinals are a good team. I mean, they beat some good teams. The Cardinals, and they have a really good defense.
Who's their left tackle? What is it? Washington Williams, whatever his name is.
Yeah, sure.
Number 78, whatever his name. 78. Whoever 78 is on the Giants over there on the left side.
Yeah.
Somebody should write him a note on how to fucking stop somebody from passing you.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Passing your fucking quarterback 8 times in one fucking game.
So 6 total sacks for Jones and 2 sacks on Colt McCoy.
Oh wait, James. NXT, ready? This was the game for us. Danny Dipshit, baby. Danny Dipshit is back.
I told you this yesterday on Facebook Messenger, dude. You can't blame Danny.
Yeah, but you can blame him a little bit. You can't.
Sack fumble that almost went back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He sacked fumbled twice.
Yeah.
He sacked fumbled actually 3 times. 1 he covered.
Yeah.
He couldn't throw a pass to save his life. The longest pass he threw was for 39 yards.
I mean, no, technically,
I get what you're saying about the offensive line not backing him up, but he just looked horrible.
No,
man.
James, it wasn't even just. It was one fucking guy. Their left tackle couldn't stop.
Yeah, Reddick.
Reddick from sacking him all game.
Sacked him 5 times. Yeah.
5 sacks. 3. What do you call it? What is it? 3 forced fumbles. But
there's an upside to this.
Jones lost 1. Jones only lost one fumble. He fumbled it 3 times. Only one was lost.
No, two.
McCoy lost the other one.
2 fumbles, it says.
And Lewis, no, he had 3 fumbles. Jones had. Oh wait, no. Hold on.
I thought it was only 2.
You know what?
I'm right. In fact, he fumbled 3 times.
Yeah, 3 fumbles, 1 lost. And McCoy had 2 sacks and 1 fumble lost. And Lewis had.
You know what? I was looking at the stats on ESPN, and it only recorded 2 fumbles for Jones.
And Lewis had the other fumble on the special teams, but that guy kicked him.
Is that allowed?
No, it's not. It just wasn't caught. It wasn't caught.
Then why nobody do a fucking flag?
You can't. No, there's no challenge. You can't challenge that. It's not a challengeable play. So, or a reviewable play. It's not a reviewable
challenge
play.
A kick.
So, yeah, no, that was bullshit. That should never have been a fumble.
Yeah, that should never happened.
Well, look, you just got to credit
the ball.
You got to credit the Arizona Cardinals defense. That's it. Because I don't care who
Cardinals defense always had a good defense. I told you that 100 times.
No, but I'm saying I don't care who you put at the quarterback yesterday for the Giants. And the other thing too, I was telling James when you were trying to get your internet figured out, Jones looked like he can't run still. So I think it might have been an issue starting him because he didn't roll out at all.
According to Joe Judge prior to the game, he ran him through the ringer all week.
Yeah, well, he did not look 100%. He didn't.
Well, this coach had, I don't know what his fucking brain thing is. He's a special teams guru. Our special teams sucks donkey dick.
Yeah.
And Lewis, I don't know why is this guy out there as a fucking returner when he fumbles the most out of all 3 of them?
I don't get it. I really don't. Not even as a returner. Why is he still in the backfield? Why aren't they pushing Gallman and Morris more?
Because do I have to say it again? Do I have to say it again to you?
No, yeah, you do, because I don't even know what you said.
Jason Garrett is your offensive coordinator.
Well, look, we don't have
the worst head coach ever in the history of the Dallas Cowboys is your offensive coordinator.
All right.
And he sucked it out.
Oh. What happened?
Oh, I went to take the other thing. I didn't mean No, I meant to, what do you call it? The video he was sharing. I was trying to, all right, wait for him to come back. Shit.
All right.
Fuck. There was 2 windows. I don't know what happened.
You just hit the X.
Yo, I went to remove.
Did you boot me or did I?
No, that was me. But I was trying to remove the wedding crasher thing. Yeah. Not you.
Okay, I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm saying
that was me.
Jason Garrett, and also I'm like,
no, that was me.
I know the Ethernet's plugged in. I got no issues going on over here. Who the fuck kicked me out?
All right, so look. Not much else to say. The Giants shit the bed. They looked horrible. Arizona defense looked really good. Offense
shit the bed. They fucking diarrheaed and fucking everything else on the bed.
And then
you know what though? We got to throw in one thing about we had a loss in the Giants family this week.
Oh shit! Rest in peace. Who?
Ray Perkins died. Is 79 on Wednesday.
I don't know who that is.
Ray Perkins. Really? You're a Giants fan? You never heard of Ray Perkins?
Dude, when did he play? In the 30s?
79, you just said.
Ray Perkins was the coach of the Giants from the 79-80 season to the 83-84 season. Yeah. He actually gave you Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick, and Romeo Crennel drafted Phil Simms and Lawrence Taylor to start it up for the Super Bowl.
Back when we were too young to even know anything about football.
That's literally so. When Simms and the Giants won their very first,
he was the coach.
He drafted Simms.
Oh, okay.
Parcells was the coach when we won, but dude, that was literally when I started watching football. Was that first win in '86?
Right. That was.
I'm just saying that's who he was.
I was 8 years old. I think.
But if you know Giant history, you would have heard of him.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't know.
Fan.
I don't know Giant history. Nothing that usually predates me.
Even James know who the starting quarterback for the Jets were 50 years ago when they won their own Super Bowl.
Who doesn't know Joe Namath was? I can name Joe Namath, but ask me who the fucking coach was.
Who was the coach, James?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Was it Lou Holtz? No, it wasn't Lou Holtz. Was it?
Guys, let's stick to the
the format.
We're already at 58 minutes.
We're only at 10 minutes. This is the shortest Giants recap we had.
I was trying to end this fucking 5 minutes ago.
Will you kick me out of the fucking room? What do you want me to do?
All right. So, look, as I said, the Giants are out of first place. They're now in second place. Washington took the lead. They are now in first place.
Okay.
You look at the remaining schedule for each team. We said this off air. The Giants have the hardest schedule. So the chances of them...
I like to know who did this fucking schedule, giving us this fucking thing in the end.
Yeah, because they knew we were going to be 5-8 at this point.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, the fucking Giants got a chance to go 8-8 and go into the playoffs. Playoffs?
So our next games are Sunday, we got Cleveland. The following Sunday, we got Baltimore at Baltimore. And then
we got Dallas at home.
Then we finish the season at Dallas at home. Washington has Seattle, Carolina, and Philadelphia.
I don't know about that now. Well, I mean, we're going to get to the New Orleans game later. But
that's the other thing too. We got to hope Philadelphia.
Philly got a chance to even get into this again.
Well, Philadelphia is not out. Dude, either is Dallas. Nobody's out.
With it.
Yeah. Because of how bad this division is. Nobody's out. Anybody in the NFC East, it's still up for grabs. But based on
everything, but say we know one thing though. Everything that could have went wrong yesterday for us did go wrong. We lost and they all won.
Everybody
won.
Was not to mention
worst fucking case scenario that could have happened.
Not to mention, I'm about to talk about it in a minute. The Washington last week beating the Steelers.
Right.
The Steelers, we thought the Steelers. I said this.
Expected that.
I said this on air because I think it was Sippy that said Washington and K-Cove, I believe, said Washington. I said, I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens the way Washington's been playing.
Yes, and he also said that KC was going to destroy Miami, and look what happened.
Right? They Chiefs got lucky to even escape that game and win.
That was surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. Go ahead.
But yeah, so Philly's got Arizona, Dallas, and Washington, and then Dallas has San Francisco, Philly, and the Giants.
I mean, how easy? I mean, Dallas got the easiest.
Yeah, they do.
If you think about it. Dallas can actually pull this off and run the table and go 7-9 and win the whole fucking thing.
I think it's a toss-up. I think either Dallas or Philly have the easiest. The only reason why Washington has a shot, I mean, not a shot. The only reason why Washington doesn't is because of Seattle.
Well, Alex Smith got injured yesterday too. His calf muscle.
They said
on the bad leg.
Yeah, but they said he was taken out of the game for just precaution, and it looks like he's probably going to be ready for Sunday. He's got muscle soreness. That's it.
All right.
And MRIs were negative, so it looks like he should be fine to go against Seattle. And I mean, I really hope I hope the Seattle that came and showed up for the Jets. I hope they can take care of business next week. Because
look, you know what though, you got to admit it though. Whenever a team loses, a really good team, and they lose. When you get the Jets the next week, that's like an automatic win. It's like, okay, let's bounce back, guys.
Yeah, Seattle was just like, oh man, we just lost to the Giants. Who we got next? Oh, the Jets.
The Jets.
All right.
Well, the Jets, take a nap.
All right. Let's start the third string quarterback. We're fine. So yeah, as I said earlier, Washington upset the Steelers obviously last Monday night, and then they won 4 straight with yesterday's win against the 49ers. And I'm not surprised they beat the 49ers.
No.
I'm not.
No, we're the only one that loses to the 49ers.
Exactly. Washington actually, in their 4 wins, the way that they're playing, especially Alex Smith, and we said this the last couple of weeks, they're starting to surprise people. And their defense is stepping up too. I think Chase Young has had some big games. You know, he had a fumble return yesterday for a touchdown. They had the pick 6 by Curl. I think it was 76 yards. They had a 76-yard pick 6. So their defense actually beat the 49ers because Alex Smith didn't have a big game. Their offense didn't do too
much. And then Haskins came in and he didn't do shit either.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Really...
So, James, before we go into another game, if you had a pick, because all teams right now in the NFC East have a chance, who would you say has the better shot to win that division?
Going by the schedule now, James.
Going by the schedule, going by the teams, who do you think? Because I want to give everybody a chance to talk, because it was just me and Mike talking for like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I know. I honestly, actually, I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
Dude, it's four teams.
No, I know. I'm just.
Well, who? I mean, of the four, who do you think could pull it off and win?
Yeah, not who you want to win. I don't know. I doubt you want the Giants. I doubt you care.
No, honestly, I would like to see the Giants win. Why not?
But who do you think, based on what I said about the schedule and the remaining schedule, and who, what teams?
I'm gonna actually. All right, I'll give you. I'll say Philly.
You say Philly?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I know Washington's ahead. I know that.
But I would definitely like to see the Giants pull it off. Sure.
I think right now Washington is the favorite, but because they have to play Seattle, it's the only reason why I can see maybe the Giants have another chance, or Philly, because Philly has a damn fucking easy schedule, with the exception. But the other thing is too, is they have to play Arizona too.
But then again, so does Dallas. Well,
No,
Dallas. Meaning Dallas has an easy schedule. I'm saying.
Yeah, Dallas has the easiest. They have the 49ers, the Eagles. But if they get the Eagles from yesterday, that's what Mike was just saying, because Jalen Hurts actually played really well.
Jalen Hurts looks a lot better than Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is not going to be the Phillies starting quarterback anymore.
No. He's done. He's done for the season, at least, or maybe future.
I'm going to say the future on that, but James, come on. Of the four, who do you pick?
You picked Eagles.
I said Philly.
Eagles?
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of which, this is a great tie-in, because that's the next game I'm going to talk about, is the Eagles upsetting the Saints. I mean, who saw that fucking coming?
Yeah, that was surprising.
I was shocked that Drew Brees didn't play, but I heard he was.
Is he hurt? He's hurt though, right? Drew Brees?
Well, they said that he was supposed to come back yesterday to play, but I guess they wanted to give him another week off.
When I seen he wasn't playing, I'm like, oh, you know what? That doesn't look too good for them.
And the funny thing is, Hill didn't have a bad game. He had a fumble and an interception, but he still almost threw for 300 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kamara didn't have a big game, 50 yards and a touchdown, but the Eagles defense is what did it. They forced a fumble, they got the interception, and they have 5 sacks on Hill. So they were obviously able to contain Hill because he only had 33 rushing yards. So I don't know what's going on with this resurgence. I feel like everybody in the NFC East is starting to wake up, and the Giants are going the other way. I know it's only one game. I get it.
We got to remember though, December is our worst month. That's when we blow everything.
Historically, you're right. That's when we usually blow.
It's like the Mets. It's like the Mets in September. There's going to be a blow up somewhere.
No, dude, it's like the Mets in the second half. I thought I thought usually after the fucking All-Star break is that when they're like, all right, season's over.
That's when we collapse.
Remember, what was it, 5 years ago? No, not 5 years ago. Actually, yeah, it was 5 years ago. It was when they ended up going to the World Series, but remember they had like that historic April? They were like 11. They were like 11
in a row. Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then well, I mean,
you're like 11-0, and hey, this is gonna be a great.
And if it wasn't, I know you hate the guy, but if it wasn't for, I don't know why we're talking baseball. Fuck. I was gonna say, but if it wasn't for that Cespedes move, we wouldn't have even made the World Series. But anyway, all right. So
continue.
What did you want to say about the Jets?
Who, me?
No, James. Mike. Mike said he wanted.
All right. So after we did the show on Monday, I was just flipping through YouTube and seeing some videos.
Mm-hmm.
FAN video popped up about the Jets might already having a new head coach in mind. Oh, by the way, folks, I forgot to say in the opening, it is December 14th, 2020. It is approximately 6:20 Arizona time, 8:20 on the East Coast. And Adam Gase is still the head coach of the New York fucking Jets. Now that I said that, sorry, I usually started the opening of the show with that.
Unreal.
Hey, lady popped out to say hello.
So who would they have in mind?
I already know what he's going to say, but
so Boomer and Gio were on Monday, And Boomer Esiason was hanging around before the NFL Today went on and another guy from the NFL Network. And Bill Cowher comes walking over to them and starts talking to them and telling them to look at videos of him in NFL films coaching on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. I did. You know what? I did.
Okay. About this. Now here's the second thing. He said to Boomer that the Jets, with the number 1 overall draft pick, is a very enticing job to take.
Really?
Number 3, Bill Cowher's wife is a diehard Jets fan.
Nice.
The way that we talk, like, you know how we talk and we say, we won, we lost, oh, we look like shit today?
Right.
Yeah.
Like my wife, I can say, she said, oh, how did the Giants do? I said, oh, we won. She goes, babe, you didn't fucking play the game.
I hate when people say that. I think my girlfriend says the same
but
thing.
She's like, but his wife is like that. So
that's how she talks.
She refers it to as we.
Well, that's a good thing.
Now, Boomer said this though. He goes, I've been working with Bill Cowher for 14 years. He goes, he has never mentioned anything like this ever in 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
So Boomer is thinking that Bill Cowher is very interested in coaching the New York Jets next year.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
I mean, hold on. I got this. Report, Bill Cowher has no interest in coaching. And then rumors swirled.
Why would he tell Boomer Esiason all this?
He said, amid all this speculation, it turns out Hall of Fame coach is happy in retirement. He said, what is this? Boomer Esiason speculated that Cowher hasn't shut the door on a potential return to coaching, and that he finds the Jet jobs to be an attractive one. However, Cowher told ESPN's Rich Kamini that he doesn't plan on making a comeback. I have no interest in coaching, Cowher said.
So it's like LL Cool J, don't call it a comeback?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He said, I have too much respect for the coaching profession to talk about a job that isn't open. From that perspective, any job that is open, I have no interest in coaching. So now again, he could be doing that. He could be saying that
to start rumors too.
There's no vacancy and he doesn't want to talk about a job that's not open yet. But he also didn't say that, you know, if a coach wants to come back, he would say, I'm open to return. I'm open to talks. But he sounds like he's happy in retirement.
So you think he was pulling Boomer's leg saying shit like that?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, you don't know the context of the conversation, but how long has Cowher been out? It's been it's what, over a decade?
I'm gonna send you the video later because he
what was the last team?
He really covered this. I mean, he really covered this.
You have to know that. Come on, you know that answer.
I don't. Why would I ask the question if I knew the answer?
Mike, don't answer the question.
What's the question?
Don't answer it though. But he asked, "What was the last team Cowher coached for?"
Are you fucking kidding me?
Come on, James. You know that.
No, dude, it went out of my head.
You know Bill Cowher, right?
Yes, I know the name Bill Cowher.
Maybe he just forgot. It's fine. It was the Steelers. He coached the Steelers. Okay. He was the Steelers head coach for a year. I mean, that was the one thing we talked about with the way the Steelers have their coaches is they keep them for so long.
Right.
It was the longevity of their coaching staff. But like I said, how long has Tomlin been the coach now, Mike?
I think.
I mean, if
Cowher retired 14 years ago, so 2006.
It was 14 then, right? Or was there a gap between Tomlin?
No, Tomlin was brought on right after Cowher. So,
okay, so 14 seasons, okay.
And he never had a losing season as a head coach.
That's right.
He had 8-8. He had 8-8 records, but he never was below 500.
Doesn't matter, yeah. No losing season. And speaking of which, wow, this actually works out very well. Steelers lose second straight. You know, and they start I had made some comments over the weeks. I know you were very, very high on Ben. You were high on the MVP, but put that aside. This isn't what that's about. It's about the record. When they were 11-0, I said, look at the teams they're beating. I had said that, and don't get me wrong. I like the Steelers. I love the Steelers. But that 11-0 record was very deceiving. Now look what happens. You play two good teams back to back, and again, we didn't think the Redskins. Whatever. We didn't picture Washington beating them. But
here's the thing: you got to thank Roger Goodell's still in all this because the brilliant dipshit that he is. The Steelers played 3 games in 12 days.
Yeah. No,
It averaged out every 4 days they played a game.
No, you're right. It had to be.
And Buffalo's a lot better team than Washington too. So.
Yeah, but the Buffalo, I picked. Buffalo
I'm not saying whatever Buffalo's.
I picked Buffalo win. Yeah, no, I don't.
Josh Allen has become an elite quarterback this year. But
what
I'm saying is, and all the arguments I gave from 2 weeks ago when I went off my tirade, and then last week when I went on my tirade, and another tirade before they even lost to, who did they lose to last week? Washington. And then they lost to Buffalo this week. The unfairness that they did to the Steelers is incredible.
He's right.
In 12 days, you played 3 games. That is not fucking fair.
No, it's not.
And Baltimore is still getting rewarded because they're getting an extra day off every fucking week.
It's true. When the Steelers played Monday, Baltimore had a Tuesday game. They always had a day later, and it's not fair. Look, they played a Tuesday game. Well, I get it. I understand. You can't give them a Sunday game because they just played a Tuesday game, but then they get the Monday game. All this shifting had everything to do with Baltimore and whatever they were doing to, again, I don't know if it was found that they were going against protocol or whatever they were doing wrong. So I don't know if any investigation has come back into them doing any wrongdoings, but
it's a conspiracy theory.
All the shifting of these games had to do with Baltimore. And I just felt at one point they should have gotten a forfeit. That was just me.
Pittsburgh got punished twice by this because of the Tennessee thing too.
Yeah, it's the second time they lost the bye week.
So they had to play that Wednesday against Baltimore. Then Baltimore got rewarded playing on a Tuesday, getting 6 days off, where they gave 5 days off to the Steelers. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, that game against Washington was not a national televised game.
Which I don't know why they did that.
I don't know why, because I wanted to watch it, but
I was able to watch it, but they took it off of Fox. It wasn't on Fox.
I don't know why they did what they did, but
I don't know why either.
But anyway, but you know what though? And I was flipping back and forth with the game, but Collinsworth brought up a good point last night.
Yeah, what was it?
And Tirico. Their first 11, I think it was 11 games, or the first 10 or 11 games, they were protecting Ben Moore and going with the running game.
Yeah.
Once Collinsworth said, and Tirico said, once Ben started showing that he's healthy and letting him throw more, they're running less and they're not doing what they were doing to get to those 10, 11 wins to begin with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know why they stopped the run game just because Ben's arm feels better. I mean, you can't have him throw 60 passes a game.
That's crazy.
I mean, you can't have him do that. You got to have a run game, and the run game was working good.
For the most part, he only had 1 sack yesterday. For the most part, he was protected. He threw 2 interceptions. He threw 2 interceptions.
Yeah, there's one less than Patrick.
And then Allen threw 2 touchdowns. He had an interception as well, and Diggs had a big game with 130 receiving yards and a touchdown. But and
Josh Allen has really proven that he's becoming elite.
The Bills themselves, look, they had some questionable losses. The Bills at one point, a couple of weeks, 3. I would say at least 2 of their 3 losses, they looked they looked bad. But the Bills, I think the Bills with the win against the Steelers, I think they solidified that they are they're a team to be.
They're going to be a problem.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, they're going to be a problem.
Because in the same boat, look, even though they've won 8 straight and they're now 12-1, and they clinched the division, they clinched the AFC conference for the 5th time in 5th straight consecutive year. But they almost lost to the Dolphins. And Mahomes, like you said, he threw 3 interceptions.
I mean, look, Tua didn't impress me. Well, Tua never impresses me to begin with.
Tua had a career game. He had 316 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown.
There's just something about him I don't like. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe it's just me, but
and credit the Dolphins defense. They took the ball away.
That's right, and that's how they almost pulled it off again. But, I said last week,
can't take anything away from Tua though. Again,
no, I'm not going to take anything away from him. The only thing I'm saying is that there's just something about him that I don't like. There's something that doesn't click with me with him that makes him look like he's a decent quarterback yet.
Well, let me ask you this. I'll ask both of you. I'll ask James first. After this game, after the fact that, Mahomes threw 3 interceptions, which isn't like him at all. We know that. After he threw the 3 interceptions.
He's been off before. We know that.
And they narrowly won against the Dolphins. Do you still think the Chiefs are the clear favorite in the AFC?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think it's 12. I mean, I know they are 12-1. They've won 8 straight.
I mean, anything can happen, but yeah, I would still say the Chiefs.
Mike, you still think the Chiefs are the clear favorite, right?
I'm still going with Kansas City and Green Bay for the Super Bowl, but
I think next week. Next week's game is going to be I think the next week's game is going to be a very big deciding factor in that because they play the Saints.
Here's the thing.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. Let me just make sure.
You still have those predictions written down that we
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. We talked about that last week. Me and Mike. Yeah, I was right. Chiefs and Saints.
But here's the thing, and
they play Saturday.
What I said to you last week was
no, they don't.
Saturday.
No, they play Sunday. No, there are 2 Saturday games, but it's not the
okay.
Yeah, it's not the Saints.
Let me know when you two are done having your private conversation.
Well, we have private conversations all the time.
Well, it's only me and you. That's why.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Here's the thing, and I said it to you last week. Is the Super? I'm gonna smack both of these upside your heads.
Yeah, go.
What I said last week to you is the Super Bowl high kicking in now, where it's starting to drift down because he hasn't looked good the last few games. Granted, they won. Granted, I mean they're winning. That's good.
Yeah,
but he looks like Patrick is looking like he's slacking. What up, Nick?
Yeah, but I still think Taysom Hill is better than Tua. And I'll still take this. Then again, I don't know. I think that's a toss up. Mike, James, either one of you can weigh in on this.
That's good. What Nick said. Yeah.
Who's got a better defense, the Dolphins or the Saints?
That's tough. Oh, that's a tough one.
Because remember, that's another factor too. The Dolphins forced 3 turnovers here.
That is tough. Yeah, it is. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
on that one.
but New Orleans got to. I mean, granted,
and is Breeze?
I mean, you're going against a rookie quarterback yesterday that you never saw before.
Is Breeze marked out?
Is he out indefinitely?
I have no idea. I thought he was supposed to come back yesterday. He did, and he did.
Maybe they wanted to save him.
I agree with what Nick said, though.
I don't know because they've actually statistically played better without Breeze. And don't get me wrong. If I was a Saints fan, I would rather Breeze as a quarterback
against the Chiefs
or against any team.
Right.
But statistically, with the exception of their loss against the Saints, against the Eagles, the Saints are actually a better team record-wise and even points per game with Taysom Hill, or I should say without Breeze.
Okay.
Because Taysom Hill wasn't always the quarterback. But that is a very I don't know if he's going to be out next week. I don't know if maybe that was the plan, hold him back for this week against the Eagles and then start him against a bigger game, which is against the Chiefs. But then
we're going to have to read the reports during the week to find that out. I mean, I'm not sure we're going to know what's going on. But,
yeah. Oh. And look, and this wasn't a big game. It was a big game for the Titans because they now stay tied with the Colts, who had a very big game against the Raiders. But the only reason why I really want to talk about it is just Henry. Henry, again, just had a monster fucking game.
Yeah. Fucking beast when I didn't start him in DraftKings. Last week I picked him, he did shit.
fucking 215, 2 touchdowns, and Tannehill had 2 touchdowns too. So, but that Colts game too, man, they destroyed the fucking Raiders.
Well, they said with that one too. If you can't put everything on Phillip Rivers' back. You gotta use the running game, and then it worked.
They did, and the defense. The defense, I believe, scored. Now they were credited for 2 touchdowns, but I was trying to figure out who the second touchdown was. I couldn't find it. I saw one. I think it was one was a pick six or something like that. But then it said 2. It said the defense scored 2 touchdowns, but I just couldn't find the other player because I wanted to name it.
Let me ask you this though: how many yards does Derrick Henry have already this year?
I was going to ask you to find that out if you can. I don't know.
I'm not on.
If I had to take a guess, we got 3 games left. I would say anywhere between 13 and 15.
Hold on.
That's my guess. 13 to 1,500. I could be wrong. Could be 16, but I don't know if it's that high. I believe he's over 1,000.
1,532.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, James.
I said 11. So I was semi close, somewhat of whatever. But
so let me ask you this: if he can get to 2,000 yards this year,
no, that's impossible.
3 games,
you would have to have 300. You would have to have over 300 yards a game.
No, you only need. Wait, James. How many he has? There 15.
1532.
All right, so he only needs 568.
Wait a minute. You said 1532 or 1,052?
No, 1532. 1,532.
Oh, I did. I said 11 to 16. I was exactly right. Okay, I said almost 600. Okay, so yeah, he could definitely get to 2,000.
But let me ask you this: if he does it, if he can pull off the next 3 games, averaging 170 yards per game, right? So it'll be 170, 340, 510. Yeah, he'll make it with if he averages 170.
Yeah.
If he does 170 per game, gets to 2,000, with Patrick throwing those 3 interceptions yesterday,
yeah,
does Derrick Henry get the MVP for the rush because of 2,000 yards?
I can see him definitely getting shot above. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't hurt his chances of getting an MVP. It definitely wouldn't. But you know how the league.
I think this is the only one now that can knock him out.
You know how the league shies away from that, though. You know how they like to crown quarterbacks before anybody else.
Right, but I mean, 2,000 yards in a season is a pretty.
It is, especially in a league that is predominantly pass heavy.
Pass heavy.
Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, with that, I mean, because I know, because we went from Aaron Rodgers. Mahomes, and then my argument with Ben, which now just totally got blown out of the water with the last 2 games.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we threw Josh Allen in the mix. Then we threw this one in the mix. You know what? The only one I think now that can touch Patrick is Derrick Henry with eclipsing 2,000 yards.
Right. Believe it or not, I know you don't want to hear it, but believe it or not, Rodgers is still in the mix too. He quietly, what did he throw? 3, 4 touchdowns again yesterday?
That's why I think Stephen A calls him a bad man, is because
I mean, it was against the Lions.
He just shows up, does his thing, and leaves. It's like you know what I mean? He's like the typical worker that you want. He's just like, okay, I'm not going to start shit. I'm just going to come out here. I'm just going to throw touchdowns. I'm going to walk off the field. I'm going to go home.
Now, as it stands, as I said, KC, they have a Z next to them because they won the division. Pittsburgh has a playoff berth. They're at number 2. Buffalo's got the number 3 spot. Tennessee's got the number 4 spot. Wild card, you got Cleveland, Colts, and Miami right now. Now, Cleveland still hasn't played. Cleveland they're a game behind because they have to play tonight. So right now, they're at number 5. Colts are at number 6, and Miami's got the final spot at 8 and 5.
And it's a tie game right now, 7-up.
In the hunt is Baltimore and Vegas. Now, Baltimore again is currently playing, so that can change as well because they're 7 and 5, and Vegas is 7 and 6. So those 2 teams are looking in from the outside, but they're right behind, number 7. In the NFC, Green Bay won the division. They got the Z. They're 10-3. New Orleans is number 2 with the playoff berth. The Rams are number 3, and Washington's got that 4th spot because they are division leaders.
So Green Bay got the 1 spot?
Yeah, Green Bay's got number 1 right now.
Okay.
Seattle, Tampa Bay, and Arizona have the final wild card spots, and Miami and Chicago are at 8 and 9 at 6 and 7. Chicago's win yesterday helped them out a lot, and the fact that Minnesota lost helps the
Cardinals out.
Yeah, and then on the even further bubble out looking in is Detroit, San Francisco, and the Giants at 5 and 8. So technically, the Lions aren't even eliminated. What?
I got to check something because we're talking about this. There's a possibility if Pittsburgh's going to stay on their little bit of a skid, Cleveland might be able to catch up a little bit because they're only if they win tonight, they're only a game behind.
Yeah, no, that's why Pittsburgh hasn't won the division yet. So with the win tonight, the Browns will go 10-3, and they are only a game away from Pittsburgh. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Really quick. So yesterday's scores: the Rams beat the Patriots 24-3. Helps them out obviously because they're 9-4. Bears, as I said, had a huge win against the Texans. They won 36-7. Fucking Cowboys had to beat the Bengals, but again, it's the Bengals. So they're now 4-9. They won 30-7.
Yeah, Ginger was happy going back home.
Brady had a decent game against the Vikings. They won 26-14, and they are now 8-5. The Broncos actually still keep their playoffs alive. Playoff hopes alive, I believe. No, they don't.
They're eliminated.
They're not eliminated, but and Locke, I believe, had a career high in touchdown passes. Colts, as I said, had a big game against the Raiders. They won the 44-27. Seahawks crushed the Jets 40-3. Packers just beat the Lions 31-24. But again, the Lions are still right there in the mix. And the Chargers edged the Falcons 20-17. They're both 4-9.
That's your boy, Matthew Stafford.
Yep. And even Herbert still didn't look too good yesterday.
Of course
Well,
not.
they won it. Well, at least they won.
That's my quarterback.
At least they won a game.
Yeah, they still won. All right, now let's go over. This is the last thing we're going to talk about is next week's matchups.
Okay.
You got the Chargers now against the Raiders. What are you thinking there? Raiders. I mean, it's a must-win for the Raiders. Obviously, if they want any chance of making the playoffs. The Raiders, as I said, they're in the 9th spot right now. They're on the outside looking in, but they need to win a game.
I hate to go against the Chargers, but I'm going to go Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to do it.
I don't think the Raiders, because I believe, didn't they also, are they on a skid right now, the Raiders, Mike?
Well, they won. I mean, well, Greg Williams won that game for them last week with the zero man blitz.
Yes.
But
can't forget that.
Yeah. Well,
so technically they should have lost that game.
Mets did not look good yesterday starting, but yeah, they lost that game. And the week prior, I think they lost, right?
I don't know. I'm going to actually, you know what, though? I'm with James. I think the Raiders are going to edge the Chargers. I just don't see. I love Justin Herbert. I do. I actually think he's a better quarterback. I think he's proven a lot more than that 4-9 record, but I think that I just don't see the Raiders. It's a must win for the Raiders. I just don't see them losing. What about you, Mike?
Chargers, Raiders, Herbert, Methead. And give me the Chargers.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Cleveland's got the easier schedule.
Yeah.
They got the Giants, the Jets, and then Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh got Cincinnati and Indianapolis before they got to play Cleveland again. So,
well, that's look that final game of the season might just decide who's going to win that division.
Yeah, because if they pretty much Pittsburgh could beat the Bengals. They might lose to Indy, and then that's 1-1. With Cleveland and if the Cleveland could beat the Giants, automatic win against the Jets.
Yeah.
So that's 2. So that's they'll both be 11 and
4.
4 going into the final game.
Bills at Denver.
Bills.
And these are Saturday games, by the way. So,
wow. Okay.
So the Chargers and Raiders are a Thursday night game, and then the Bills, Denver Saturday, and then Carolina at Green Bay is the Saturday game as well. I'm just going to circle Green Bay. I'm assuming you're picking Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Of course.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
What is this, week 15, right, that we're going over?
Yeah. Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Tampa.
San Fran at Dallas.
I'm going Dallas.
Fuck, I hate to say it.
Fucking, I'm picking San Francisco. I don't give a fuck.
You know what, Joe? I'm going to go with you, San Francisco. Fuck this. If Joe's going with it, fuck them. I'm going with them.
Because I hate them. I don't think the 49ers are going to win, but Dallas can't win. We can't let them win. Lions at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah. I think
Get off Stafford's dick, Joe.
No. I think Henry's going to have another big game. I'm picking Tennessee. Texans at Colts.
Colts.
Pats at Miami.
Jimmy G is coming to New England next year.
What about are they making a quarterback change? Are they going with Stidham or are they sticking with Newton?
No. I already read that. Belichick isn't going to make any changes.
All right. Fuck.
The Fig.
Shit.
The Fig Newton.
I think Miami. Because Miami almost beat KC. I think Miami.
Miami.
You got to go Miami.
Bears at Vikings.
I'm going to Miami.
I'm going with Bears. I think the Bears might have something figured out.
The Bears.
Wait a second. The Bears.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Minnesota has a lot of weapons with Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. They have a lot of weapons, and Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback.
I'm going with Minnesota.
All right.
I got to think with the Vikings. I don't know why lately. Probably because me watching How I Met Your Mother so much now. I'm like a Marshall Erickson fan with the Vikings.
Seattle at Washington. God, I'm already picking. I'm fucking Seattle.
Seattle. Fuck on. The team with no name.
You're picking the team with no name?
No, I'm picking Seattle. I said I'm not picking the team with no name.
I mean, I don't even know why I'm asking this question. Jaguars at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Well, I know Minshew is starting.
Yeah. But what does that do? Vikings will play them hard at home, but the Bears, I still think the Bears have an edge.
You know what? I'm going to be a prick because you know how much I hate them this year. Give me the Jags.
All right.
Oh,
I hate the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's the cocksucker, and that's it.
Jets at Rams.
You know what? I think the Jets have a shot. No, Rams. Oh, at 14.
I don't think it's about, again, at this point, I don't think it's about whether the team wants to win. I think these are all going to be losses on purpose.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
They'll play some really good teams. I mean,
yeah, no, they are. The Jets do have these last couple.
The Rams, Cleveland, and I don't know who their last game is against.
Well, Seattle they lost to, obviously. So, yeah, I don't know who. They got Rams, Cleveland, and then, I don't know who they play last either. Is it Miami? I don't know. Eagles at Cardinals. I'm going Cardinals. I'm going Cards.
You know what?
I'm going Eagles.
I'm going to go with James on this. Jalen Hurts impressed me yesterday. I'm going to go with the Eagles too. I think they got a shot. I mean, I know playoff wise with the stuff, it sounds silly to say, but
all right, now this is going to be the game of the week, I believe. Chiefs at Saints.
If I knew Breeze was starting, I would say the Saints, but I don't know what's going on. So give me KC.
And did you see this game was going to be televised?
Is it?
Because it's a 4:00 game. The Giants had the Sunday night game, and the Jets play at 4:00. So does that mean it's televised?
Well, you got to check the TV listings.
All right. Shit.
Oh, by the way, the Jets' last game is the Patriots.
What'd you say, Mike? You picking the Saints?
No, I'm going to take KC.
Okay, Mike. What? James, what about you?
KC.
And the Sunshine Band.
You know what though? This should be predicated on who's quarterback. And did you? Can we look that up?
That's why I'm taking KC because I don't know if Breeze is going to start or not.
Yeah, but there's no reports yet about it.
KC is going to be on Channel 2, CBS that game.
It's on Channel 2. I'll probably get blocked out because of the Cardinals game if they're a late game.
Yeah, but see, they all say what channel each game is going to be on. They all can't
Cardinals
be on TV.
4:00 game.
I got to check your TV guide app, James, on that one.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm just looking at ESPN. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, no, because they all say CBS and Fox.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, Kansas City. I mean, if I knew Breeze was starting, I would say New Orleans. But also, wait, are they playing in New Orleans or are they playing in KC?
They're playing in New Orleans, right?
New Orleans.
I'm still going KC.
I still need to know if Breeze is starting. If I knew Breeze was starting,
that would make a difference. Yeah.
I mean, like if I found out in the middle of the week and I tell Joe change my pick, I will. I mean.
It says, and this was from a day ago, Breeze progressing in injury rehab, but remains questionable versus Chiefs.
Oh, boy.
So he's questionable. He's not doubtful. So we'll see what happens. I think, again,
that's all it is.
Questionable is never really good.
Ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies.
I think I really do think that's why they held him back against the Eagles. So we'll see. I don't know. Look, I mean, I do think the Chiefs are the better team, but
wait, question was better. Yeah, question was better than doubtful, right? Because doubtful means like he's probably not going to start. But
questionable means possible.
Okay, why can't they say possible? Why they got to say questionable?
Well, could mean possibly out too.
I'm actually going to put the Saints.
I might give you a change if I hear Breeze is starting. I might give you a change on that during the week.
Browns at Giants, Sunday Night Football.
Oh, God, I hate myself.
I'm going Cleveland.
I bleed blue. I'm picking Giants.
I got to. Go Big Blue.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want the Giants to win, but do I think they're going to win? No.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. And then Monday Night Football, the big, you know what? This is actually the game of the week. I forgot about this. Steelers at Bengals. Wow. Now, let me tell you something. If the Bengals beat the Steelers.
I wonder what the original Sunday night game was, because I don't think the Giants were the original Sunday night game.
I mean, I would have thought the Chiefs at Saints would have been Sunday Night Football material. I mean, that's just me.
Right?
That would have been great.
I mean, let's be honest. That's a possible Super Bowl matchup.
That's a main event.
You know, that's a possible Super Bowl preview.
Yeah, sounds more like a Bruce Pritchard fuck up to me, right, James?
And James, going back to what you were saying about the early predictions. I read this up to Mike. I read this off to Mike the other day.
Yeah, what did I say?
So you had said KC and Seattle.
Okay.
I said KC, Tampa Bay. Mike's the only one that's probably on par for what might happen is KC.
He said KC Green Bay, right?
Yeah, he said KC Green Bay, yeah. Again, that's not guaranteed, but Green Bay is playing the better football in the NFC right now.
Quietly, too, as I said earlier.
Quietly. So this should be good. Look, next Sunday, I think, is going to tell us a lot. With 3 games left of the season, a lot of teams fighting for their playoff lives, and other teams are fighting for their positions. So we'll see what happens.
And Saturday night we're fighting.
If we win that game next week, that's going to be something big.
It is big, but again, it won't mean nothing unless Washington loses.
And Dallas.
Well, and
Philly.
In a perfect world, you want all of them to lose. The fact that all three of them won yesterday killed us.
As I said, the worst case scenario happened.
Because with Washington, so here's the thing: Washington scares me, but it doesn't. The reason why Washington doesn't scare me as much as Philly and Dallas is because we have the tiebreaker against Washington. It's the only reason why I was like, all right, if Washington wins, yeah, they're in first, but we needed the other teams to win. We can't let Philly or even Dallas creep up, especially since we play Dallas one last time.
If they Sunday night, if they come on that field up against Cleveland, looking the way they did up against Arizona, our season's over.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
and pretty much, I think they should look for another quarterback too.
Because their defense,
this kid isn't cutting it.
Their defense showed some promise at the very beginning of the game, but then look, their offense was doing nothing. So
it looked like they just took a step back after. He won 3 in a row, and then they had to win last week, which was, I don't know how the hell they pulled that one off, but
yeah,
even me saying they were going to win that game outright, and even you were telling me I was out of my mind.
Yeah,
but
this was.
If you look at that, the way that game went down last week, and then you look at this week, it was a tale of two different teams, and I don't know what this. Look, I know, okay, the offensive line didn't help much, but Jesus Christ, man! Even the times when he had chances to throw, he wasn't connecting.
No.
And I've been saying this. I think it's time that maybe they should think about, even if they don't draft one in the first round, maybe get that sneaky second round quarterback and let him come in.
No, honestly, no.
I don't think this kid's going to be the future of the.
I have to disagree. I really don't think Jones is the problem. I really think, especially yesterday, the defense for Arizona just played better, and their offensive line could not contain. Well, literally just couldn't contain one guy.
So you think Daniel Jones is going to have a career like Eli Manning and be like a 15, 16-year starter for them?
I don't know. If he can stay healthy, why not?
He's not impressing anybody.
He's nowhere near as good as Eli.
He doesn't have a winning record yet.
Are you forgetting how Eli started out?
True, but after a while, he started winning.
Yeah, after a while. Daniel Jones has been our quarterback, 2 years? Give it time.
All right, but still, give me something, though.
This is what you need. And we said this already, they need a couple more pieces on that line, and then he needs another target. He needs another target and a healthy Barkley.
And they need a tight end that knows how to.
I don't know, dude. I seen Daniel. Pretty good tight end. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, speaking of tight ends, best lie of the whole week. Tony Romo talking about. I think it was the Kansas City game with Miami.
Yeah.
And Ned says something about him like it. Tua likes throwing. Tua likes throwing to this tight end, and he does it. Gets the first down. He goes, and Romo goes, "Hey, you're right, Jim. He does like tight ends." And I'm like, that was classic. Tony Romo's the best, though.
All right, so I'm gonna go watch this because we obviously went into later on in the evening than we were supposed to, and now I'm gonna go watch some of that Monday night game and see what happens. And then we'll talk about, so we'll be back again on Monday, guys. We might have to do another PM show, which is, again, just bear with us. It's still Monday morning quarterback. We're just going to do PM shows for now.
Joey knows the reason. It's something that's going on with me in my life, but I really can't get into details.
You don't have to go into details. Your wife has to work from home. So because of that, you have to do a later show. No big deal.
Yep.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But guys, James, thank you for your special appearance. Maybe we'll see you next Monday.
You got it.
Nice. And Mike, as always, thank you for coming on. Nick, thank you for your comments. And guys, I can't stress enough. I say this every week. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm actually growing in subscribers. I'm up to 116 now. So just keep it moving, keep it going. But the like also and comment. Comment. Let us know. I want to know what your team is. I want to know who you think might make the Super Bowl this year and who you want to make the Super Bowl.
Oh, and we forgot one more thing.
Oh, my God.
We got one more important thing.
What up?
Guys, join us Saturday night. We have Christmas movie trivia night.
Oh, shit. I forgot to almost plug that. Yeah, guys. So look, if you're into trivia and if you're into Christmas movies, this upcoming Saturday at, I believe, 7:30 is what I picked. Either 7 or 7:30. One of those.
I think it's 7:30.
Is it?
I think so.
I have no way of knowing. You know what? I just
7:30.
All right. It's probably 7:30. You guys know better than I do. I have picked trivia for not all of them are classic movies, but I picked 7 random Christmas movies: Die Hard, It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Vacation, Love Actually, Home Alone. What am I forgetting?
Elf,
Scrooged, and Elf.
Oh.
Those 7 movies, and maybe some twists.
And yes, we did say Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas
movie.
It absolutely is a Christmas movie.
So, guys, feel free to come and join right here on Just Your Average Joe's YouTube channel, which is moi. And I want to kick I want to get into the holiday spirit. We all know, I know Christmas isn't canceled. You can't cancel Christ. But, it sucks. I know my normal Christmas Eve would usually be spent with family, which I'm not going to. I'm going to have a lot of fish. I'm gonna have a small Christmas day with my dad and my brothers, but other than that, I get it. A lot of people are suffering. So if you guys want to be distracted, if you guys like Christmas, and if you love Christmas, and if you love trivia, as Mike said, which I almost forgot to plug, this Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
And the trivias are always fun because Joe likes to screw me out of points, and then it gets really fun and exciting.
I can only imagine how you're going to act.
One of 3 things are going to happen. Either Joe kicks me out, I'm going to kick myself out, or I'm just going to fucking throw everything across the room. That's usually what happens on trivia night.
I cannot wait.
Well, you guys are playing for money, so don't forget that.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot.
Stakes are raised, dude.
If you watch the My Cousin Vinny trivia in the library, just watch what fucking happens.
No half points.
Thank freaking God.
So either you get a point or you don't. One or the other.
But that also means the answers are going to have to be more specific. I can't give you a point.
In which you would turn around and say, you got to be more specific.
Yeah, you got to be more specific.
Basically, you can't say Callow Gallo when it was Gallo Callow.
Exactly. All right. We went way
beyond you're learning.
A hard on, right? But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. And we only 6 days away. So I'm excited. Cool. All right, guys.
I'm ecstatic.
Have a nice day, Daz.
I'm very happy to be here.
Loud noises.
Have a good night, guys.
All right.
Later.